Donald Trump is the easiest candidate Democrats have ever been up against.
I can't have a president that can't sit up here and try to tell me what he gonna do for us and he can't even explain it. Honestly, Joe Biden he doesn't seem like the guy he's not messing with Trump. He doesn't even, you stand up next to Trump, he looks scared already. So I don't like that. If you're a lion, you're going into battle, you know? You can't be a little cub getting scared, you know?
I can't talk.
At his rally in Fayetteville, North Carolina this past weekend, Donald Trump said some pretty, put it nicely, off-the-wall things.
When I banned travel from China in January, Sleepy Joe Biden called it, that's hysterical. That's xenophobic. What does that mean? Tell me what xenophobic means, Sleepy.
Coronavirus emanated from China. This is no time for Donald Trump's record of hysterical xenophobia.
He suggested that Joe Biden was somehow using performance-enhancing drugs that he injected into his buttocks.
And I got a debate coming up with this guy. No, it's true. You never know. You never know. They give him a big fat shot in the ass and he comes out. And for 2 hours, he's better than ever before. You know?
Republicans who've spent months telling us that Joe Biden's mentally not all there, for him to actually do well in a town hall setting must mean either the guy's on drugs or he had all the answers ahead of time.
Critics calling out CNN for their softball questions during last night's town hall with Joe Biden, which was a bit different than the treatment President Trump got from ABC earlier this week.
Joe Biden goes to his town halls and gets given softball question after softball question, and there's no follow-up about serious questions.
To be honest, I was actually shocked watching clips of Biden's performance. Maybe he's not, as careless and sloppy as would indicate. Maybe there isn't as much mental decline there as we had previously thought.
Let me start off with 2 words. Made in America. Made in America.
Maybe there isn't as much mental decline there as we had previously thought.
Now, I have to tell you, he's a different guy. He looks different than he used to. He acts different than he used to. He's even slower than he used to be.
Maybe there isn't as much mental decline there as we had previously thought.
Joe Biden is a dummy. Joe Biden thought China was not a competitor.
Trump says it's drugs. Totally, absolutely, 100% taking drugs up the butt somehow.
Because they want to get him good and strong, so a little before debate time he gets a shot in the ass, and they want to strengthen him up.
Why in the butt, I don't know. Maybe that's where Trump thinks the brain is. No, the weirdest and craziest thing that he said about Biden was that he may actually have to sign an executive order preventing Joe Biden from running for president.
We can joke, we can play games, we can have fun. You can't have this guy as your president. You can't have... Maybe I'll sign an executive order. You cannot have him as your president.
Either Trump is just painfully stupid about what powers the president of the United States actually has, or his followers have the collective IQ of a potato, and he's trying to exploit that. Is Donald Trump even running a presidential campaign? And I have seen countless ads for Hillary Clinton. I have not seen a single one for Donald Trump, and I live in the pivotal swing state of the state of Florida.
And CNN projects Donald Trump will carry the state of Florida.
But this man clearly does not want to be president because he's not even really campaigning. She's going to win this election.
She's going to win this election.
CNN projects Donald Trump wins the presidency.
There's no question about that. Donald Trump is the easiest candidate Democrats have ever been up against. But Donald Trump thought he could do it his own way.
Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton coming in. So much disappointment for them. They thought up until the last moment this was a campaign they would win. Instead, Donald J. Trump in a tremendous upset.
And again, it's because he's not really running for president. In 2017, in January 2017, a new Democrat will be sworn into the White House because Donald Trump is too damn stupid to run a political campaign.
He is now going to be called President-elect Donald Trump. He's walking up right now. You see him right there.
Donald Trump is the easiest candidate Democrats have ever been up against.
History has been made. This is a moment a lot of people are going to remember.
I think Trump does understand to a degree what he can and cannot do as president. I think his supporters do not. I think they straight up believe that the president of the United States has absolute power to do absolutely anything that they want to do, and that somehow Donald Trump could sign an executive order preventing Joe Biden from running for president. But with these latest poll numbers, especially being 3 months away from the election, Hillary Clinton could trounce Donald Trump like we have never seen in modern American politics. You're cheering the destruction of democracy.
We can joke, we can play games, we can have fun.
And that is exactly what happened at that rally. Donald Trump is legitimately up there on the stage telling people, I want to do away with it. I might sign an executive order and we just won't have a 2020 election. I hate to call it this early, but it's pretty much done, barring some kind of miracle in favor of Donald Trump.
Prediction: Donald Trump will not only win re-election, he will win in a landslide.
The poll numbers don't lie. So Hillary Clinton, I hate to say it, but let's go ahead and call it now. She has won the 2016 presidential election. Republicans love to tell us that undocumented immigrants are coming over to the United States and just committing crimes left and right. Just hopping that border, raping and killing their way across this great country. But as it turns out, new research actually shows that that's literally not true.
Hush up, boy.
Montgomery County Police right now have 2 men under arrest in custody. They are charged with contacting a 12-year-old girl and sexually assaulting her. Federal government and Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency tell us both men are in the United States, they know now, illegally from Honduras.
This is what happened here was a tragedy that could have been avoided, but it's what happens when you allow illegal immigration to go on, to encourage it, promote it, reward it.
And in fact, areas with larger populations of undocumented immigrants have not seen any increase in crimes.
You complete fucking moron.
Was a Mexican citizen who was in the United States illegally. Now, police say Garcia was shot while riding in the car with Ortiz Vite. Her body found late Friday night.
And in fact, areas with larger populations of undocumented immigrants have not seen any increase in crimes.
Ortiz Vite was charged today with felony murder, open murder, carjacking, carrying a concealed weapon, and felony firearm.
Not violent crime, not property crime, nothing.
Police say the two had a romantic relationship and domestic violence played a role.
So this new set of statistics, this new data, it shows that the biggest Republican claims about undocumented immigrants is an absolute lie.
It's hard to get people to help police when someone is illegally in the U.S.
And now you've got this immigration status and what pressure that puts on the victims in terms of not cooperating with police, not helping out law enforcement and stuff.
It's a myth. It's a fantasy that they created to scare people into voting for Republicans.
Unfathomable numbers of people have been crossing into this country illegally. It's been numbers that have never been seen before in history. This is another dangerous impact of illegal immigration, reckless high-speed chases. Customs and Border Protection seeing an increase in the number of immigrants speeding away from agents, and that is endangering everyone.
They want more people to vote for Republicans because they want to scare you into thinking there is an imminent threat. The others.
Agents say they witnessed excessive speeding, reckless driving, vehicle crashes, and property damage, often ending with injuries and hospitalizations.
None of what you've said about any of this is actually true.
Again, you're a fucking moron.